Good evening, our beloved viewers. Welcome to the 9 p.m. English News Edition, brought to you live from RTD channel. Let's have a look at the top stories. And concerning the Hajj 2025, the first Djibouti pilgrims has arrived in Saudi Arabia. And on the international scene, at least 70% of the Gaza Strip is under Israeli control. Those were the top stories, and welcome in our newsroom. The Hajj 2025 officially began for Djibouti pilgrims with the arrival of the first contingent in Medina yesterday evening, made up of 350 men and women. This group was warmly welcomed at Prince Mohammed bin Abdulaziz Airport by the official delegation headed by Ismail Hassan. As soon as they arrived, the pilgrims were carefully looked after. The welcome included logistical assistance, first-line medical services, and spiritual guidance to guide them through this sacred moment. The delegation gave assurances to all that all the necessary measures had been taken to ensure a safe and healthy pilgrim in line with the spiritual requirement. This is a dream come true after so many years of waiting. I thank the Almighty Allah for allowing me to experience this moment, said one of the Djiboutian pilgrim, a 65 years old Haji. Also said, I came to find inner peace and to get closer to my creator. The organization is reassuring and we are well looked after. The pilgrims will be staying in Medina. Let's recall to visit the Prophet's Mosque Al Masjid Al Nabawi before heading to Mecca, where the major Hajj rites will begin. Other groups of Djibouti pilgrims are expected in the coming days. And welcoming Djibouti pilgrims exemplary organization in Medina. The Djibouti pilgrims were transferred to a hotel close to the holy sites, where dedicated teams were waiting to check them and provide them with the necessary advice. The rooms, which had been inspected beforehand, were fitted out to ensure a comfortable stay, with particular attention paid to cleanliness and hygiene. Briefings have been organized to remind the pilgrims of the key stages of the pilgrimage and the safety instructions, including the planned visits to Medina. This warm and rigorous welcome reflect the total commitment of the Ministry of Muslim Affairs through its official Hajj delegation to offering pilgrims an affordable spiritual experience. One of the year's highlights was the active participation of Djibouti students living in Medina who came to lend a helping hand to the delegation. They helped welcome, translate, and guide the pilgrims, demonstrating an exemplary show of solidarity and the spirit of Djiboutian fraternity, even far from home. The welcome was exceptional. We did not expect so much attention. May Allah reward all those who contributed to this organization, said a Djiboutian pilgrim. From the airport to the hotel, everything went smoothly. We feel we are in a good hands, and that gave us the confidence to carry out our rites, added another Djiboutian pilgrim. Djibouti pilgrims visit Al-Rawda in Medina, and as part of their sacred pilgrimage to the holy sites of Islam, Djiboutian pilgrims performing the Hajj had the immense privilege of visiting the Rawda, a spiritually significant space located in the Prophet's Mosque in Medina.
لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك.
In a press release, the Ministry of Muslims Affairs has announced the schedule for pilgrims traveling to Medina. Pilgrims are instructed to arrive at the airport at the following times. For the second flight scheduled on Tuesday, May 13, 2025, arrival at the airport should be at 11 a.m. For the third flight, on Sunday, May 18, 2025, pilgrims are expected at 5 a.m. And for the fourth flight on Thursday, May 2025, the required arrival time is scheduled at 5 a.m. The ministry reminded all pilgrims that they must carry their passport, identification badge, and all travel documents. It also emphasized that the baggage allowance must be strictly respected. The pilgrims are allowed 2 suitcases of up to 20 kilograms, along with 1 carry-on bag not exceeding 7 kilograms. Any excess baggage or luggage, they stated, will not be accepted. In addition, those with chronic medical conditions are advised to keep their essential medication with them during the travel. The ministry expressed its thanks to all Djiboutian pilgrims for their cooperation. In another news, Djibouti's ambassador to United Nations, Mohamed Siad Douali, signed yesterday the BBNJ treaty which aims to protect marine biodiversity in areas beyond national jurisdiction. The signing a month ahead of a United Nations conference on the ocean in Nice reflects Djibouti's commitment to preserving the oceans, as underlined by President Ismail Omar Guelleh. The treaty also strengthened Djibouti's role in maritime governance and environmental diplomacy, while providing opportunities to enhance its oceanography, research, and environmental monitoring capabilities. To date, 114 countries have signed the treaty. And today's magazine highlight the Djibouti Ethiopia Railway inaugurated in 2016. This vital infrastructure plays a key role in transporting both passenger and goods between the two countries. Dini tells us more in this report.
The Djibouti-Ethiopia Railway, inaugurated in 2016, represents a key pillar in the development of passenger and especially freight transport infrastructure between Djibouti and Ethiopia. Its strategic importance has grown in recent years, at a time when trade exchange and regional mobility are more than ever at the heart of the concerns of governments and economic actors. During this period, the railway has achieved remarkable performance, contributing significantly to the economies of both countries. Several reports indicate an increase in freight traffic volume, with an average of more than 4 million tons transported annually. This marks a significant improvement compared to previous years, thanks to optimized schedules and increased train frequency. The Ethiopian government has implemented strategies to attract more cargo, particularly exports of agricultural products and textiles. As a result, there has been a rise in exports to the port of Djibouti, thereby facilitating access to global markets. The railway not only reduces transport costs but also speeds up delivery times. In 2023, investments were also made in advanced technologies to modernize railway infrastructure. The integration of traffic management systems and predictive maintenance has helped improve the safety and reliability of the service. These innovations have reduced downtime due to mechanical failures, thus increasing passenger comfort and satisfaction. Mentioned projects, it is well positioned to support the growth ambitions of both nations in the coming years. The synergy between the public and private sectors will be crucial to overcoming challenges and maximizing the opportunities offered by this infrastructure. Thus, looking ahead, the development prospects for the Djibouti-Ethiopian Railway remain positive. Djibouti continues to make every effort to sustain the level of performance.
Let's head now to Tajura, following the entry into force of the decree recently signed by the Minister of the Interior relating to the management of foreigners in an unequal situation on national territory. A number of Ethiopian nationals voluntarily returned to their country of origin on last Thursday, 8 May. This operation took place in peaceful and well-supervised condition. The border police authorities in Balho recorded more than 1,500 people crossing the checkpoint without any major incident. The government, in close collaboration with the local authorities, took all the necessary measures to ensure the smooth running of this return operation, particularly in terms of road safety. Measures were put in place to avoid overloading vehicles and ensure safe and dignified travel for all concerned. A logistical support system has also been deployed to ensure a smooth and organized return. The prefect of the Tajura region went to the Balho border post in the earlier hours of the day. He closely supervised the progress of this operation. The prefect then led a coordination meeting with the police and administrative staff present at the post in order to assess needs, step up vigilance and adapt their arrangement for supervising the operation. He also reminded the employers of illegal immigrants to pay the wages and allowance due without delay in accordance with the legislation in force, guaranteeing their return with dignity and social rights. The event represents an important step in the responsible and humanitarian management of migration in line with the national priorities in terms of security, social cohesion, and respect for human rights. The authorities reaffirm their commitment to continuing this process in a calm, dignified, and mutually respectful conditions. And still in the wide city of Tajura, from 7 to 8 May, the region hosted a trade caravan organized by the Marel Automotive Group in collaboration with its financial partner, CAC International Bank, at the Gadile Resort Hotel. Led by Luc Maril, manager, director, and CEO of Maril Automotive. The event provided an opportunity to present Piaggio boat engines, motorbikes, and Yamaha spare parts products, as well as a tailored financial solution offered by CAC International Bank, represented by its commercial director, Abdul Qadir Wassama. The event was attended by a number of key figures, including the prefect of Tajura, Mohammed Hamad Abbas, a representative of the regional council, the commander of the Tajura Gendarmerie, the chief of the national police, the president of the Fishermen's Association, Tajura's traders and entrepreneurs, as well local civil society. All welcome this commendable initiative aimed at meeting their needs. And during the meeting, The delegation also held a constructive discussion with civil society, fishermen, and tricycle users to better understand their expectation. During the event, Luc Maril, CEO of Maril Automotive, addressed the attendees, emphasizing the company's commitment to meeting the needs of local communities. Luc Maril assured that Maril Automotive will respond to the request and express his ambition to establish a commercial representation office in Tajura as soon as possible to provide lasting support to the customer in Tajura's region. And in turn, the prefect of Tajura also addressed the gathering, expressing his gratitude for the initiative. He did not fail to highlight the importance of such events in fostering local development and meeting the needs of the community. He praised the collaboration between Maril Automotive and CAC International Bank and reaffirmed the support of the local government for future efforts that contribute to the well-being of this region. And still in the north of the country, where the Ar-Rahma Educational and Vocational Complex in Oboh was the scene of a spectacular ceremony yesterday, marking the end of school activities for the year 2024-2025 and the graduation of a new class of students trained in vocational workshop. The event attracted many local and official figures, including the complex director Hamdi Rajab Sayed, the region's prefect Musa Adan Migare, representative of the Defense and Security Forces, and the Menfob representative Abdul Qadir Ahmed. After a solemn recitation of the Holy Quran, the student represented rich multilingual and diverse cultural program. The high point of the ceremony was the presentation of the certificate to the graduate of the vocational workshop, particularly in the field of aluminum sewing and embroidery, in an atmosphere charged with emotion. Performances. And at the end of the ceremony, guests had the opportunity to discover the professional exhibition stand where students exhibited their practical project as well as their handicraft. For his part, the complex director Hamdi Rajab Sayed reiterated his team's commitment to offering quality training adapted to local realities and the requirement of the job market. He said that it was with immense pride that they celebrate the students' effort and remarkable progress both academically and professionally. In his opinion, the day was not simply the end of the year, but the culmination of a collective commitment to train young people who are competent, responsible, and ready to contribute actively to the development of society. And in turn, the prefect of the region, Musa Aden, did not fail to underline the importance of the effort made by the establishment and affirm the constant support of the local authorities for this kind of educational and training initiative. He pointed out that education was one of the key pillars for the sustainable development of the region, and that collaboration between educational institutions and local authorities help it to create an environment conducive to the success of these young people. And in sport news now, launch of a tournament dedicated to football academies. The Secretariat of State for Sport officially launched this morning a tournament dedicated to football academies from different districts of the capital. The event took place at the Roi Fahad Sport Complex in Balbala and involved the U12, U14, and U16 categories. The ceremony was attended by the director of sport, Abshir Ali Hassan, and the head of the city's football schools. The aim of the tournament is to showcase young talent, encourage structure, training, and promote football from an early age. The day ended with the trophies being awarded to the winning teams in each category. Sport Director Abshir Ali Hassan did not fail to congratulate the coaches on their commitment to the development of football. He did not fail to stress the importance of training supervisors and keeping administrative documents up to date to ensure that the academies run smoothly. He added that this initiative was aimed at structuring and promoting football at all levels by offering young people a professional framework in which to develop their potential. Let's now turn to the international news. In our top stories tonight, the United Nations reports that over 70% of the Gaza Strip is now under Israeli control. Dini has the full story.
A United Nations spokesperson stated that the restrictions imposed by Israel continue to pose significant obstacles to humanitarian operations in the Gaza Strip. The United Nations reported on Friday that about 70% of the Gaza Strip is currently in areas militarized by the Israeli army, under evacuation orders, or in sectors where both conditions apply. During a press conference, UN spokesperson emphasized the challenge faced in delivering humanitarian aid to Gaza. He affirmed that the restrictions imposed by Israel remain a major hindrance to humanitarian operations.
And now concerning the Premier League, Mohamed Salah has been named England's Football Player of the Year for the third time, setting a new record. Again with Dini.
Liverpool forward Mohamed Salah was named Footballer of the Year in England on Friday for the third time. A record. Salah has previously won this award presented by Football Writers Association in 2018 and 2022. The Football Writers Association stated that the Egyptian received 90% of the votes cast by more than 900 members, making it the widest margin of victory this century. Salah has scored the most goals, 28, and provided the most assists, 18, in the Premier League this season, and played a key role in helping Liverpool win the title for the second time in 5 years. His teammate Virgil van Dijk came second, and Newcastle forward Alexander Isak placed third. Arsenal striker Alicia Russo won the Women's Award. Russo finished ahead of Manchester City forward Khadija Shaw and her Arsenal teammate Mariona Caldentry. The FWA president John Crowe said Russo's performance in the Women's Champions League helped her stand out. Arsenal, currently second in the Women's Super League, reached the Champions League final after defeating 8-time winners Lyon in the semi-finals and will face Barcelona for the title.
So that's it for tonight news. Thanks for being with us and stay tuned for more program on RTD channel.